Please, somebody, please.
Is there anybody that wants to volunteer? I'm here because they can't deliver to your house or something? Yeah. Well, Ron, I hate to say this, but I think you're volunteered.
3:15.
Thank you.
You got the note.
Ready? So we're set. Call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Well, I guess John Warwick. And
Carol and Marty.
Andy?
Carolyn.
Carolyn, all right. I still remember you from high school.
We knew who he was talking
Changed
about.
names in high school.
Mary Mac and Keith,
Yes.
Dick.
Dick Sebo.
Gary.
Gary.
And
And
Larry.
Ron, and missing is Steve Balda.
Yep.
Brian.
And Brian. And Lori
Brian
Reiser.
Filson.
Brian Fieldson.
And Jeremy Reed. We didn't have enough room anyway.
Brian Fieldson and
Jeremy.
Jeremy Reed.
And Jeremy Reed and Lori Reiser.
Gary, Mimi Reed, and
Lori
Lori.
Reiser.
Okay, minutes from the last month's meeting. Are there any questions or additions or corrections to it? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as written.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
And a second.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second to accept the minutes. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, similar. Motion is carried. Financial report. About the only thing I'd have extra that isn't, I just got the check from Cash-Wise, and it wasn't a real big one. I think it's like $164.50. So, but we knew it wasn't going to be good because they got us stuffed back behind that corner, and that didn't seem to work out too well. But so that'll be coming in yet on there. Other than that, I don't really see anything right now that has changed. It's going to when we start to pay for some of the other expenses with our guests coming. We had the expense from Jensen's and the stipend. That's in there. That's listed on the expenditures. Are there any questions on it? If not, I'll,
What are you on right now?
the
Financial.
financial
Oh, yeah,
report,
okay.
4.1.
Motion to accept the financials as presented.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
A motion and a second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion's carried. Exchange program. We have a guest. And she has a very busy schedule, so good thing you can fit us in to come in and visit. I saw what you have all been up to, and they are keeping you pretty busy. Still having fun? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, are there any questions about her That's coming later, but she's got some other things that are lined up for coming up in the near future, I guess, where you're gonna be showing up at places. Were you up at Herman Fest? Figured that. I thought I saw you down there.
They introduced her too. It was quite lovely. I think one of the Concord singers, did he call you up and ask you to, how?
Joe Meyer.
I think Joe
That was
Meyer did
very
that.
nice. That was good. And the crowd loved her and she explained what she was doing there. It was a nice moment. And we took pictures.
Great. So I assume they're gonna get posted,
They,
or are they already?
they
Might-
aren't posted yet, but yeah,
They're
one
on
of them's, yeah,
Facebook.
yeah.
They're on
And she
Facebook?
tended bar with us too.
Okay.
I can send them to you though.
Did everybody get a copy of, where she's all planning on going, popcorn wagon? She'll be in the parade. Let's see what else we got. Ocean Tanning Bar at the brewery. I'm gonna make a bartender out of you yet.
Easy
Okay.
way to meet people.
Yeah,
Did she do her speaking at the Lions, or did?
Coming up.
Coming up.
Coming up.
3
Okay.
days, 3 days.
Yeah.
Thursday.
that's not even on this agenda, is it?
No.
That was an add-in from the last meeting that we
Oh,
had, and that
okay.
agenda's from the time before that, when I put it together. I'm not in charge of her anymore. So I'm not putting any more agenda items on for her.
So that's.
Jane can.
Now Jane is, huh? Okay. All right, is there any questions on that? Otherwise, we'll move on to the old business. Feedback from the Broadstand fundraiser event. Wasn't good, that's for sure. We didn't, well, the first day it was, 90 degrees out. They had the door locked up to where we were outside of, so then they moved us around the corner, so that made it even worse.
That was 100 degrees that day.
Yeah, we managed to hit a couple of pretty bad, we did make some money, I suppose all told it being a little over $400, but
That's still not bad.
yeah.
Conversely, if they don't intend to put the booth back where it has been traditionally, I don't think we want to participate.
Yeah, I kind of told them that too. I said, if you're not going to move that thing back, I think we're going to have a discussion on whether or not we're going to participate. And she said that the plan that she had heard was that they were going to move it back. So we'll see how that goes. And then I asked her, why are you replacing the sidewalk? She goes, I don't know. So nobody knows why they're replacing it, but they replaced it. So I guess it needed it. Okay, the next subject on there is our visitors coming from home. I'm gonna be pulling a trailer with the mayor, the two mayors, and the guests. Got room, I've actually got room if I needed to for 15 chairs on there. There's gonna be signage, you said, to put on the sides?
Rich Eckstein from the German Bohemian said he's going to try to come up with signage for that booth. The Concord Singers are trying to come up with something for the trailer for the Stadtkapelle Neualm. And that's what I know about signage. Now, I don't know where the mayor is going to travel in the parade.
Rick contacted me and asked if I would join the two mayors.
Okay, great.
Okay. We do have those signs, the sister city signs that we use for other things. So if we can't find anything else, to put on there, then we could put one of them on each side, and that would, there will be a German flag and a United States flag mounted on the fronts of the trailer. And there will be 2 potted plants with flowers in them that were volunteered from Mr. Dietrich. Evidently, he must get them through his wife anyway. So we're going to have those on there, so we will load up then Saturday morning.
Okay, 13 chairs I'll have for you.
13? Okay, that should be plenty. All right. Are there any other questions about that? You've got, oh, yes, I do. Are the signs, magnetic signs changed?
They're ready. They're in the backseat of my car, which is
Okay.
not here, but they'll have them before the thing.
All right, so we're good there.
Okay, speaking of honored guests, where are we going to put Evelyn?
She rides
In the
with
pre-
Karen Roloff's BMW. We thought that was a
Oh,
nice touch.
that's not,
So,
that's pretty high class.
it's all, everybody's committed. We're all, and we were going to do both girls, but then, what's her name? Our other, Bridget couldn't because she has another obligation. We were going to do 2 cars full.
So we'll have that, and then with her in there, and then we'll have the ones with the German delegates
Great.
pulled in their parade.
10:30 at the Glock.
I'll be there earlier because we got to do some loading. And I don't want to drive it down there with the flags and everything on there from my place because they wouldn't be on there. Yeah,
So you got
yeah,
a half hour.
we'll get them done.
Well, since we are on the parade, here's a printout of what the German Bohemians have put on their website, and there should be some in color passed around town. So just circulate that around.
Are there any other questions on, well, we do need the delegate visitors thing. We need drivers.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Think you've got some openings yet?
Well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday, the day that is a free day unless they have a meeting, another meeting, economic development wise at City Hall. Monday is completely open for them. They don't leave for the Twin Cities until about 3 p.m., and I don't think they want to spend the entire day sitting at the Microtel, which is why we have a driver scheduled for that day. The drivers who volunteer need to make an appearance at the Park and Rec Center and talk to Danita, and I have her phone number so that you can call, make sure she's there, go down and get the driver's policy and show her your driver's license, and everything's hunky-dory. What we'll do is the person who volunteers for Thursday needs to come up with a second person to drive with them so that the van and your personal vehicle gets to the Microtel, and then the key for the van will stay at the front desk and be passed on each day to the next driver. But we genuinely need some competent people to be hosts and drivers for those other days. Please volunteer. This is one where the Army method of appointments doesn't work.
Not very easily.
Pass this back over.
Where do we have to go to, because I'm going to be driving that Monday, so I'm just wondering, where do I have to go to get this all signed again?
You have to go to Park and Rec Department and
In the,
we're,
down, okay,
Yeah,
down
where the-
down there?
Yeah.
To talk to,
yeah, and talk to Danita. I've got her phone number here.
okay. Oh, why don't you give me that?
The hours that we need, Thursday's pretty easy, from 6 to 8 p.m. They arrive 5 to 6 p.m., and then they have an opportunity, if they wish to accept the invitation, to go to St. Mary's Church for a potluck with the band and the Concord Singers. Friday, 8:45 to 5:30 p.m. At 5:30, they are dropped off at the Best Western, and they can walk back to the Microtel from there. Saturday, we're looking at getting to the Glockenspiel by 10:30, and then probably after the parade, seeing where they wish to be and getting them between there and wherever in town till 7 p.m. Sunday, noon till 8 p.m. I don't know if they have places they wish to go during their free time on Sunday, but then 5 p.m. will be at the banquet that you're all encouraged to attend, and I'm guessing it'll be over about 8 o'clock. So those are the time frames out there, and we need some host drivers there.
Do we have any volunteers to help them out here? Why don't you see them after the meeting then and see what we can get signed up tonight yet?
That'd be great.
It looks like they've got a fairly busy schedule.
Well, they didn't come here
Well, they
to
didn't come
sleep
here to
in a
rest.
motel.
I would hope not. It's a kind of a long trip for a nap. Okay. Is there anything else that you need on that, Dick, subject?
Jump shift to the banquet. Ms. Mayor, you wish to elaborate on what we need going on?
Okay, the banquet, I just want to bring up the information I was just had in front of me for the banquet. But we've got 64 guests that are coming, and again, we want everybody to promote it to friends and family in the community, and we'll be getting that information out there. We do have to establish the cost for the tickets for the meal. Our cost, including dessert, is $26.40. And so Dick and I tossed around the possibility of $28 up to $30. So what are the thoughts of the group?
I think $30. We do this with Junior Pioneers always. It's better if you have a round number. I mean, 30 is just a better number. And especially if, am I understanding right? We're going to pay for like us or that, we're paying for people, right? So,
Paying for 64.
so I'd say at least, I say $30 sounds good. I don't know. It just works better that way. It does for Junior Pioneers for us. Anyway, anybody?
I would support $30. So, I don't know, do we need to do a motion on that?
I think we probably should. Is there a motion on the floor to have the ticket price for that banquet to be $30?
You move it.
So
I'll make
move
a-
it.
Is there a second? We have a motion and a second to set the price for the tickets for the banquet on Sunday, October 28th to...
8th,
Well, yep, October 8th.
please.
It'd be $30. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? It's the same. Motion's carried.
Okay, additional update, Carolyn has a great idea for decorations. She's drying hydrangeas as we speak. And so there'll be table decorations and then something at the registration table as well. Now that we have the price for the ticket, Lisa Pelzel, last time that we did something similar to this, where we had German dignitaries come and had an event, the city printed the tickets and also facilitated the sale of the tickets. And she's also given me a template of a program that the city printed for the event. So those pieces of that event should be taken care of.
Okay, the event starts at 5 o'clock, so we would also solicit assistance from commission members to be at the front door at 4:30 to start checking people off and getting them in. All the commissioners will receive an email invitation, and if your best friend wishes to come with you, then you need to purchase a ticket for them, but yours will be complimentary or included in this entire thing because it's our activity. And what else? Well, I think that's it in a nutshell. But we do need to have, even though you won't have to purchase a ticket personally, we have to know whether you're coming or not so we don't pay for meals that are unserved. So watch your invitation for the RSVP time and date and all that stuff so we don't have to call people. It'll be about the 3rd, I think, is when we'll have the RSVP. Need to know.
Okay, our commission is paying for 64, you think?
We're included.
That's
The
what-
commissioners are in there.
But I mean, the commission itself is paying for that many tickets?
Yes.
Okay, I
yes.
just wanted to clarify,
Yeah.
make sure that that's in the minutes.
Well, and you had approved up to $2,000
Yeah,
for
$2
the
grand.
event, so that should be covered.
I know she's gonna ask me.
Okay, well, there's 51 German guests. There's 5 city councilors. There's 12 commissioners, plus the mayor, plus the city manager. Those are that get a complimentary
How
invitation.
many people does this place sit? I've only done blood there. I don't have any idea what they have capacity. I mean, how many,
have enough
like,
capacity.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to take down, I'm down for a counselor and for a commissioner, so.
Well, you're a lucky dog, but that doesn't mean you get
That
two
don't mean you get
tickets.
to eat twice.
I'm not gonna eat twice, but I'm just saying, you can take one off the head count, now you're down to 63.
Okay,
That means you pay $60.
What about tickets to sell? Are you going to be getting some little,
We
Okay.
just set the price at the tickets to sell.
then we'll get,
So-
like, we'll each get some to buy for people.
Oh, definitely. They'll be available from Lisa, and I'm sure we can get them set up at the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And then we'll make use of Brian's ability to speak on the radio and get some publicity and get this thing off and rolling. I think we've had this a couple of times since I've been in town, and it's always been completely full. I would be disappointed if we couldn't put 200 people in the community center to celebrate this great weekend and this special friendship.
I'm assuming too that Lisa will send out a notice to like Friends of the Sister City Commission, those people, and then the word gets spread out pretty good from there too.
We'll get started on that right away.
Wonderful. Anything else?
just encourage people, if they have it on Facebook, to not only like it, but share it is the
Sure.
key. And it goes to the people on your friend's page if you're into Facebook.
Are we inviting Evelyn? I don't see her name on here as a list, but,
Yes, she's
she's
Larry
included?
Mack, number 2.
okay. Okay, that works.
She looks better.
'Cause I don't see it. It works.
Well, we got that settled. All right, any other questions on that event? Okay, here's a good one. Signage. Every time I look at this, I get more confused, but I'm confused easily. I thought we were gonna have a guest tonight, but I guess maybe not.
Mr. Chair, we've come up with a sign that we like. I think the city council has no problem with the sign itself. The challenge is placement, and it can go under the population signs if you, as you enter on state roads. However, there are currently 2 informational signs that would have to be removed. One, they're both probably 9 by 9 blue squares. You may have noticed them, and you may even wonder what they are for. I dare to say that most of our community does not know what those are telling us. But they are, in fact, we are a tree city and we are a bicycle-friendly city. In order for us to put the Sister City welcome or informational sign up, those would have to leave their current location and find a new home. And that's really where that's what's holding this whole ball of wax up right now. The only sign that could go up right away would be on Highway 37, entrance to Cortland Cutoff on 20th South. that's what I've distilled from the information of our city engineer, and
What about the one? 14,
it's on 14, so
this one here,
it's on 14, so it can only be, well,
because there's nothing else on that one. There's just the population sign.
and that we can probably pull off.
Yeah. I know these, I don't know who we would really upset if we tried to take their signs down, I'm not
Well,
sure.
they were both recognitions earned by the Park and Rec Department,
Okay.
but
Yeah, because this one here would not be an issue. This is, oh, well, let's see, westbound 14 and southbound on 15, so not sure. Has there been any?
There hasn't been anything on the council level. I mean, I don't know if it's.
every time it's come up, it's been tabled. At least referencing the document received from the engineer a couple of months ago.
Do we have a design for the sign? I guess.
Yes.
Oh, we do? Okay. Has anybody,
Do we have to have a discussion with the Park and Rec then, if they want their designation or recognition signs, you know, or to handle that situation?
I would think so. I would think that
Yeah.
someone would get upset if the
Mhm.
sign disappeared.
yeah, I think if we took the signs down, we're gonna get to hear about that.
Yeah.
Well, we have the funding within our grasp to purchase the signs and pay the city street department to put them up. So it's,
So how many signs are we talking about?
well, it's,
What's up to us?
it's how many points of entry into the community we feel is appropriate to tag with the Sister City Partnership sign.
There's eight possibilities.
I don't think we need quite that many. But I think our preference certainly is to the most visible ones, such as Highway 37, where we won't have any hassles at all because there are no challenges to, we're not bucking any other signs. This one looks like a possibility, so if we can get on the one that's just next to the new armory coming in from Sleepy Eye, there are the two blue signs on that one. Well, if you have your document, all the entries are photographed,
Yeah.
so.
A question is 20th South one. There's no population sign, so we would just put up our own posts then?
We can go right under the New Ulm sign.
There is no. On the
Okay.
20th South. The only thing there is on 20th South is a big cement thing.
Yeah, and right behind that, we'll just put up two posts and their sign.
Okay.
I guess what I will do with this group's blessing is try to get on the agenda for the city council and explain how we would like to at least initially get a couple of signs up and go from there.
Well, we know for sure there's two places that there wouldn't be any objections. One of them is 1415,
And one's,
and the other one is the one coming in on County Road 37.
Yeah, so
As long
I
as the
would,
county says it,
yeah, well,
Yeah.
we have to ask the county.
talk to them. I can't imagine they're gonna be too upset about that, but you never know what the rules are. But those two for sure, we could set up fairly quickly. Once, we get the approvals from the councils and the, county and city, we could do that.
it looks like County Road 27, Fifth North would also be one. Looks like the only ones.
That county's, yeah, that is true. That doesn't have any designation on it.
Saw one here.
You could potentially get three. I mean, I think that'd be great.
Without rustling anybody's feathers.
Yeah, so I mean, it
Oh,
still
Fifth-
represents us, we get an opportunity,
Oh, yeah.
so. Maybe we ask the council for those three and. go from there.
And the county for the two that they're involved in?
Yes. 37 and, what is it?
37 and 27.
27.
Okay, well, with,
Are you going to run with that then, if we nominate you for it? To go to the meetings, or?
yeah, authorize me to do something.
Oh,
I just have a couple of questions. When you're going to city council, will there be a total plan? And, you know, like we have intentions or plans to put up 8, but at this point, there are 3 available sites. And do we know the costs to us, if there are any costs? Does the city fabricate the signs?
No, the company that makes the signs for the city has given us a quote. It's, albeit a year old, so I'll have to go back and stir that pot again and make sure that quote is accurate. But the bill and the labor and staff to hold those, one particularly on 37, since there's not a sign there already, will have to, the cost will come from the city to the commission to reimburse the city.
Okay. Thank you.
okay, can I have a motion to have, follow up on this and recommend that we start with those 3 signs, that we know there won't be a big issue, and up to 8, if we would end up putting them on every entrance. Can I have a motion for that?
Which 3 are we talking about again? Was it
Okay, the one,
13
let's see,
on Highland Avenue?
okay, the one is 1415, because there's nothing underneath that population sign. And the other one is 37.
Now, is that, the 1415, that's at the Y, actually?
It's just after. it
15
coming in.
south and 14 west. So that has to be just before, just before you get to that bridge.
Yeah.
You know, here's the bridge going across the river, so it would be, the sign is right, probably right, well, right when you're coming down the hill. So the roundabout now comes out ahead of that, I would assume. I'd have to go look at it again. But those would be the ones where we know we wouldn't have a problem.
15 south, 14 west, and what else? What's the third one?
Let's see, we have 27 and 5th North.
27 and 5th North.
That's a county road. And then we had
County
County Road 13, right?
County Road 37.
County Road 37, the Cortland cutoff.
And then also State Aid 13, North Highland Avenue. That would be the 4th one. All that is
could be.
underneath that, as
Yeah.
it said, no vehicle noise laws enforced.
Yeah, that one we would have to wait for the 13. But we know the other ones, that 14, 15, the 27 and 5th, and where was that other one?
Oh.
Was it,
With discussion with the city engineer, the noise sign may be, because think they're referring to Jake Breaks.
oh, yeah, I'm
So
sure.
that's a
County
possibility
Road
that could
27.
change.
What's the third one?
Yeah, 20th south, well, that is 20th south, that is
Oh, here. on Fifth
37,
Street.
isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
So, and
okay. 20th south, 1415, and, so there was 3 of them anyway.
Okay.
Now, we know that these can be done.
Well, they're the ones that there's no interference, that,
Okay, so with the others, we need to get approved by the council.
well, or we have to be able
We
to
have to be
remove
able
them.
to provide another location to move the other city designation signs, the tree city and the bicycle friendly city.
Yeah. So we would probably end up having to get some posts and put them up.
But it'd be nice to at least get this started, so to speak.
Yeah.
20th? West-
Okay, did we have a motion? Did anybody move to, okay, to go to the, start going with the council and county?
I'll offer a motion to look at 3 locations that we currently identify tonight here with the meeting to start the process for signage, and those being County Road 37, 20th South, the Highway 14 and 15 South, and County Road 27 coming into New Ulm, to start with that process, to bring that recommendation to the council.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Hey, we are making some progress on that sign thing. That's been, how many years?
Well, a year and a half for sure.
We're on the second mayor, so. I'm sure we're not really on the third mayor.
Done.
Yeah, we might actually be on the third mayor on this one, I'm not sure. Okay, new business, announcements, well, the parade, we've kind of gone through everything on that one. You have those signs all ready to go, and we've got the vehicles ready to go. I don't know if there's anything else that we need on this one. Okay, if not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn if there's no other business that needs to be done.
Mr. Chair, since we do have a guest, would she like an opportunity to address the group and tell us a little bit about what you've done so far?
Okay. The floor is yours.
Maybe have her come up to the podium and,
Is that mic on?
yeah,
It should be.
and you can put the camera on.
Hello? Yeah, it works.
It's working.
So, yeah, since I came here, I did many things, I have to say. So, I was pretty busy. First, when I came here in the first week, I went to Mount Rushmore with my host family, the Howards. We went to Deadwood and Custer State Park and saw a lot of bisons, and went to Deadwood, and that was pretty interesting because like Sturgis was going on there, and there were like many people with motorcycles, so that was just pretty cool to see for me. Yeah, I did go to a Vikings game. I did went to a Twins game in the cities. I've been to the cities by itself and visited like the whole Mall of America, seen the sherry on the spoon and all that kind of things you have to do there. And I was pretty lucky because when I went there, there was like a street art festival going on with like food trucks and all that kind of stuff. So that was cool to see. And I really like the city because I think it's more like, in my point of view, like an European city, I would say, because it's like much greener than the cities I've seen here before. So I really liked Minneapolis, yeah. Yeah, what else have I done? I've tried pickleball for my first time here. That was interesting. I went to the Vogel to do some swimming. I shot some guns. That was interesting for me. So yeah, I even shot like a shotgun and a rifle and a pistol. So I think anything you could imagine, I did shot. So that was, yeah, pretty interesting for me. And last week I was for 7 days in New York. So I just came here on Saturday. And I met up there with a friend from Germany. She came from Germany and I came from here. And then we had like 7 days in New York, and that was so cool. And I had really much fun there. And we even made like a day trip to Washington. And I saw all the things you could see there, like the White House and the monuments and Washington. So yeah, I've been pretty busy and I'm really enjoying my time here and looking forward for the second half of my time. Yeah.
Could you give us a little clue about what your day activities are here in New Ulm. What's happening with your internship?
So I'm at the city hall here, and I'm working for David Schnobrick, and he's doing like something to look down at the downtown area. So I made like a huge Excel with all the buildings there and the lots and who owns the buildings, how big are they, how are the areas there, and then I'm supposed to look at the buildings at themselves if they're maybe structural substandard, and then I think he tries to get money from the state, if I get that right, to maybe get something rebuilt in the downtown area. And with Heather from the economic development, I've done a little bit for the child crisis event, and now I'm doing mostly of the property lists they have for the EDA, and just updating them if there are new buildings, if they're like maybe change something about the people who can contact you and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm doing in the city hall. And for the real estate, I'm mostly just there and helping them for whatever they need, doing some marketing, going outside, talking to people and taking the phone calls there. And yeah, that's just pretty different every day, whatever they have at the agenda for the day, I will do. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
So you're halfway?
Yeah, so it's now my halfway, yeah. Yesterday I changed to Jane, and now it's like 6 weeks now, yeah.
Okay. Still having fun?
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Is there anything else?
To adjourn.
There's a motion. Do I have a second? I have a motion, a second to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Same. Motion's carried. Meeting's adjourned. Don't forget to sign up for driving.